Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Hi everybody, it's Liam and Big Al with special guest Zac Watson. This is The Badcast.
Wow.
Thanks for having me.
That was in unison. No. It's going to be, look, this is our third episode of 2019.
We did say the last time we made an episode, we're back, baby, we're back. And we weren't really back though, were we?
Yeah, I know. If we could just stop getting in and out of jail, that'd be fantastic.
It does, the parole hearings and stuff. It gets in the way of your podcasting.
I know. It's not even ours. We just keep going to court and checking out everyone else's.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Trying to find some content.
Oh, well, Big Al had his birthday, so he was probably hungover for a long time.
Oh, yes.
Mate, it's pretty bad because I've actually been drunk for 21 years and to sober up for your 40th, it's like, whoa, okay, no, that's not going to happen overnight.
It's tough.
It's very tough.
Had a bit of a 40th birthday bash, Biggie?
Yeah, it was delightful. It was actually a surprise. Surprised I fucking made it.
There was even like a mermaid there, man.
There was a mermaid, like when I was like, his wifey got me a stripper. This is weird.
Best present ever.
But no, there was actually a mermaid with full mermaid costume and actually swimming around in a tank.
Yeah.
Like, not an army tank. That'd be weird. But no, like in an actual full-grown, I just felt like just
mermaid
getting some
tank.
fish flakes out and just feeding her.
Did she pop out and say good day afterwards? Like, yep, I was the mermaid.
Yeah, no, she didn't. No.
Just did a swam around.
She just did her thing and then swam. But she even had clams on the boobs and an actual proper fish tail, the whole works. It was just bloody crazy. Only thing she didn't have, which was, I think, some people were trying to give her afterwards, was it? No. We'll cut that out. But yeah, no, it's so I'm heading off to my prezi from wifey is I'm heading off to New York.
Oh, beauty.
So
how long are you heading over for?
Just for a couple of weeks, two and a bit weeks. So first time
By yourself or with the wife?
With the wife, yes, yeah. No, it's that we've both never been overseas.
Oh, really?
So now we're in our 40s. I thought, okay, we don't have kids. You can't leave the house with the dog, apparently. And,
No.
so I thought we might as well. Massive surprise. I had no idea. I thought maybe we're going away somewhere, but I thought maybe just
Bali.
a cruise, actually.
Cruise.
Yeah, like one of those 3-day cruises to Whyalla.
Yeah.
And,
Quality.
Yeah, you got to be careful on those cruises. I think they've gotten a bit better.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Whyalla cruise, does that even exist?
No. Well,
I think you
isn't
go
that
to
the
Port
ferry?
Yeah.
Just the ferry.
So have you ever been to New York?
No, I've never been to the US myself, actually. Yeah.
I'm
it's
pretty
on
excited.
the list.
Fucking hell, is it expensive? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think they'll let you in?
Well, I'm hoping so. I'm going to put this podcast out after
release it.
visas.
Yeah, once immigration's
the
done,
visas
gone through everything with a fine tooth comb.
Well, it's a bit weird. They actually come along and ask you to put down all your social media
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they
names
can
and
check
stuff
everything?
now. And I just put. It's not even my real name.
Well, speaking of fake news, Biggie,
Yeah.
this is have to be a serious part of this segment of the Badcast. Now, I'm not sure if you're involved with the spreading of fake news.
Oh, what
A
have I
little
done?
while ago,
Yeah.
you sent me what looked like a screenshot of a tweet suggesting that comedian Tony Hinchcliffe had been gored by a bison.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that true? Because I was just telling Zac that before we went on air, and I'm not sure if it's true or not.
Oh, yeah, because in saying that, I did see him just a week ago, just doing some podcasts. But maybe I've fallen for fake news.
I think you
that's
have,
what I've done.
Maybe instead of being gored by a bison, he was just bored by a bison because it was just standing around eating grass and shit.
Maybe his
pretty
dad
boring.
just went, bye, son.
He looks like a skeleton, so
Yeah.
that bison would have bored straight through him. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
now I'm going to have to Google it because I was actually feeling really bad for the guy.
Yeah.
Because he's a small dude.
Yeah.
Like he's,
Well, we
really
looked it
small.
up, and it had I don't know if it wasn't actual footage, but it had footage of a bison like flipping someone into
Yeah.
the air.
Somebody. Could have been Tony Hinchcliffe. Could have been anybody.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's-
it was.
It's his doppelganger, Tom
So,
Cruise.
Yeah.
Hey, well, man, like, now I feel stooped.
Well,
Fake news.
It is. It's. Well, I'll
Fake
tell you what.
news.
We might have a quick look and just double check if it's legit.
Okay.
And while we do that, let's
Yes.
have a drinks break, and we'll be back with a bit more Badcast very soon, everybody.
Delightful.
This beer break was proudly brought to you by Captain Snag, the ultimate food van for your next event. Enjoy beef, lamb, and pork gourmet sausages in a fluffy white bun with your choice of coleslaw, caramelised onion, shredded cheese, and diced bacon, plus your favourite sauces or mustard. It doesn't get any better than that. If you want Captain Snag to come to your next event, get in contact at captainsnag.com. Now, back to the boys.
And it seems like it was a scam, Big Al.
Yeah, I think so. It was probably set up actually by Tony Hinchcliffe.
I would say so.
That video is funny.
It is funny. It is funny to see someone be tossed like a rag doll by a giant beast.
That's exactly. That just describes all my masturbation history.
I was going to say, like, if we had a camera in Big Al's room, yeah.
Oh my god!
It's just, and when I say mad beast, it's just me whacking off with a Hulk hand. That's all it is.
Do you remember when they had those whole cans and you could bore out?
Oh yeah,
and
for
put
a
a can in there.
Get a
Yes.
good
Yeah, they were great.
yeah. We should bring them back.
what to wank with.
Oh yeah, that's why you bore out the whole.
Yeah, I thought that was what we were talking
I
about.
just had to bore out a shot glass.
Now, it's good to have Zac back in the studio here at
Oh, yeah, it's been a
Ozcast.
while.
And the last time we had you on the Badcast was the 100th episode.
Yes, yeah.
What was it, like 2 hours waiting for a mate?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you guys, and so I think back then I just had just broken my wrist or
Yeah,
something.
that's right.
And I was on endone, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll just have a couple of these and then I'll go to town and wait for these fellas. And I thought it would be a really good idea to start drinking while I was waiting for you. So
Nice.
that was really good because by the end I was blind. I was absolutely blind, and I think we ended up at the Elephant, and I was seeing a girl back then, and I think she hung out with us.
I
for
watched
a bit.
you through the window.
She came and hung out for a bit, and then I was running off to see a mate's band. So she was like, oh, "Yeah, I'll come with you."
Well,
to
she
that.
she went with you to the band.
Yeah, we went and saw a mate's band, and then that's when
You broke up.
things went dark, like in my head, because I don't remember. Just
Oh, wow.
we saw this band, we kept drinking beers, and then it's all a bit hazy from there. But then like the next day or something, I was like, yeah, I got a message saying, oh yeah, I don't think we should catch up again. I was like, yeah,
That
so-
sucks, man.
So I blame you guys.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, fair enough as
if
well.
you had been there earlier, I wouldn't have drunk so
Yeah,
many
true.
beers.
Very true.
I mean,
what was it? Did you find out, like, what was the key? What was the pit? That,
She's probably just looked up the Badcast and went, no, that is, I'm out.
Did you vomit into her hair? What was it? Like,
it wasn't anything like that. I just think just wasn't keen.
Yeah,
I
right.
just think it was that.
Okay.
yeah, right. Well, she seemed pretty keen when we were at the Elephant. Yeah, maybe she's just keen to see the band.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, keen to see
Yeah.
the band. No,
So
just fucking piss off.
you're getting a new room set up.
Yeah, well,
is
that's
that
why I'm
right?
so dusty today, because we were on last night.
Oh, were you?
we
First
had
night?
Yeah, we had our first show last night in the Rhino basement, Giggles at Rhino, and it was great, big turnout. We had 5 different comedians on, and then a couple of sign-up spots, and then Carla Wills from she's moved to Melbourne now. She popped in and
Yeah, right.
did a feature spot for us, which was really good. It's a real different comedy show. So we do a lot of. We have a heckle bucket, so we encourage people to write heckles, and then the host will read them out about the different comedians.
I
and
like
so
that.
on.
I like that.
That's great.
We have like sound effects on the sound desk. We have a microphone on the sound desk, so there's back and forth with the host and the sound guy and so on.
That's great. It's like a real live radio show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or like a proper podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's good back
Shut
and
up, Big
forth. But yeah, it was really good last night. Good turnout, great show, and then we smashed beers afterwards. Yeah.
So it's like 7 o'clock?
So it kicks, doors at 7:30, show starts at 8, usually runs till about 10.
Yeah,
So,
lovely.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be every Wednesday night at Rhino Basement. So
Awesome.
Check it out. And where can people find it online?
You can find it at Giggles at Rhino Basement on the Facebook. We will have an Instagram coming out.
And selected toilet walls in Adelaide.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm going to just start tagging up walls and everything. Like, come to Giggles.
Good stuff. Now back to like this 100th episode where we caught
Yes.
up. Now, I just wanted to say I had some feedback on different ways we could have done it.
Oh, okay.
So, and maybe we could even do it this way in the future. So, of course,
Maybe October.
Yeah, let's destroy our liver then. I mean, so basically the premise of the 100th episode, Biggie. Do you want to just quickly run through it, just quickly? So
Yeah, it was pretty much the farm to the city, so Ingle Farm, which is a suburb in Adelaide, to the city of Adelaide, and we're just doing a pub crawl, so we're just going to all the pubs along the way.
It was
How
a
far is
linear
that?
style pub crawl.
13 K's.
13 Ks.
Yeah.
And you walked the whole lot. There was no Ubers.
Walk the whole lot. I think it ended up, because I think we did that extra pub that you
Yeah,
took us
yeah.
to. I think we ended up around about, my watch said 15 K's by the end of it all. So
Yeah, well, that's good. And we got great feedback, and it was a bit of fun. We've had lots of people said they enjoyed the episode. But I drink at the Rex Hotel, and some of
lovely.
the punters there decided to tell me that they had some other ideas on how it could have been done. And as I said, we could potentially do these. So the
Okay.
first idea was pub crawl golf. So we pick 18 pubs around Adelaide.
Yeah.
We go. So each pub could be a par 3. or a par 4 if they sell steins.
Yeah,
and so
right.
you go to the different pubs, and the amount of gulps you have for the beers
Yep.
is the amount of strokes you have. So if you finish the pint in 3 gulps, you've made par on a par 3. You can go below par, etc.
right.
There are 18 pubs in the course.
Yeah, yeah.
And we fucking play pub golf. What do you think?
I love it.
I think
love
that's
it
a
already.
great idea, but I've seen that happen a lot working in pubs, and that's
Yeah.
when you see all the dickheads dressed in golf clothes and so on.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, you guys should totally do it.
We should do it.
Let's go as the green. We'll just just like, hey, what do you got a flag hanging out your ass
Yeah.
for?
And you're trying to fuck the ground hole.
Yeah.
Oh. Did I have to say that? I could
Maybe
have just
you just
used
need to
innuendo.
grow your hair out, and you can go as Happy Gilmore's
Oh.
homeless caddy.
Hey, honey, you don't mind if I just come home and putt it in?
All right, so that's the golf.
I like that one.
And then there's
That's-
another one as well. This
Okay.
one's a little bit more physical.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so-
I already like the first one.
Yeah, well, we'll do them all. We'll do them all, everybody. The other one is what we do is the tram in Adelaide is free to ride.
Oh, yeah, of
So what we
course.
do is we do a pub crawl along the main drag of Adelaide, King William, and go to every pub, right? So what happens is you get off the tram.
Yep.
Well, you start in a pub, you have your beer, right?
Okay.
Then you get on the tram, go to the next stop, run off, go to another pub, drink a pint, and get back to the tram before the next one comes. And if you miss it, you get penalty points, and
Yeah,
there
right,
could be
okay.
shots. And so basically, you've got to catch the tram all the way through Adelaide, getting off at every stop and smashing a beer, and then getting back on for the rest
okay.
of your journey.
That's-
And it could go all the way down to the top of Port Road, if you will.
Yeah, right. Okay. So we're going to start at Glenelg. Is that the
Oh,
deal,
holy
or-
shit. I don't know if we could do that. That's going to kill us. But we could.
I organised that kind of pub crawl for one of my best mates' Bucks shows.
Okay,
So
okay.
we started down in Glenelg, and then we got a tram to the city, and then got off at on King William and went to like every pub until we made it to the Garden of Unearthly Delights.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
How many pubs do you think that was?
2.
We did 12.
Yeah. okay.
12.
I can't remember like
Yeah, right.
which ones were, but so we got off in the city, went to a few different pubs, ended up at the it's now called
Yep.
which-
I've never heard of it.
yeah.
Nah,
From what I've heard, it's.
It's a great place. We ended up there, and then we ended up at the Garden of Unearthly Delights, and that's where his wife was having her hens do.
Oh, wow.
And so the hens and the
Was that
bucks
planned or was that?
Yeah, that's what they
Okay.
wanted to do at the end. But then they were both really pissed and ended up having a fight, and he had to come sleep at my house.
Back to pole? No, okay. It's, yeah, that was destined for failure. That was.
Oh yeah, I was
Jeez.
like, let's not do that. I really
Yeah.
don't think that's a good idea. And he's like, oh, the wife really wants us to meet up. And at that stage, he was meant to be like having a break from, because he was a big drinker. Like he was a big drinker. He's calmed down now, but he was meant to be having a break from hitting the piss real hard. And it's like, well,
But it's a bucks night.
It's his bucks. Like,
Yeah.
of course he's gonna.
I think it was more the fact that she decided to have the stripper at the end. And
No,
they
I
probably
think it
got
was
hit by
because
it.
she found out that we went to Pol.
which is.
Plus, we
Yeah.
had him dressed up as like in a dress, in a wedding dress and makeup.
Which you didn't
so-
have until you went to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We stole someone's dress there.
That's tough. That's tough. Hey, stick around. This is the Badcast. We'll be back with more after this.
This beer break was proudly brought to you by Cartel Media. For any advertising in TV, radio, print or web, contact cartelmedia.net. Now back to the boys.
That certainly does cost extra. Hey, welcome back to the Badcast, everybody. And we are here with Zac Watson, special guest, and of course, the one and only Big Al. Al.
Mate. Hey, I mentioned that I was going to New York, and we've decided to stay the last 3 nights in Bed-Stuy, which is... it's.
I used to sleep in one of those.
Isn't that something you
Pixar.
get in your,
Yeah.
get in your eye? Like,
Well, it's. I think. Well, I don't know. They're not called suburbs, are they? In America, they're called
Boroughs?
Yeah, boroughs, and well, I think there's 5 boroughs in New York, but then inside the boroughs, they're not suburbs as such. They're kind of.
then what are they like out of the city?
Yeah,
they call it
yeah.
Suburbs.
Yeah, I don't know if they call them suburbs though. They
Oh, really?
call them something
Districts?
else. I think so. Districts.
There you go, homie.
Yeah,
It's a big town, I guess.
So I'm looking forward to that. It's right in Brooklyn. So
And what are
it's
you
like
going
right
to do in
the
New
heart.
York?
We're just doing all the touristy things, so I'm guaranteed I'll get fucking mugged for
Yep.
sure.
Have the Legion of Skanks podcast called you up to come on the show yet?
Maybe I should ask them.
Yeah.
Are they in New York? Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Well, I might just give them a buzz and just see if I can.
I
Pop
watched them on
and,
Joe Rogan just the other day. They were on the Joe Rogan podcast, and they just wanted to talk MMA with him the whole
Yeah.
time. And I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, we want to hear it. Yeah.
I want to hear some of the gross stuff. You guys
Yeah,
normally
they
talk
are
about.
crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to do some bit of stand up over there. As
Okay,
well.
cool.
So that should be a bit of fun.
You lined anything up yet?
No, well, Eddie Ifter was only. I think he's there this week.
Right,
So
okay.
I just
He's
missed
a
him,
California guy,
unfortunately,
though, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's doing some stuff in New York. so
Okay.
it's
That's
gonna-
right. Any promoters out there?
I know. If
you've
you
got a
wanna,
room in New York, Big Al
I
is
think you've got
available.
to, like pay to get on.
Yeah, I think it's like
in New York.
$5 or something.
Yeah. You got to pay to do an open mic to no one.
Holy shit.
Maybe that's the way we can actually make money in Adelaide comedy. Is make people pay to get up and perform. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
going to get
that's what we
sad
should
pretty
do.
quickly, though, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It should be. We're going to Washington as well, just for a day trip, and
Okay.
and the Philly, where just so we can see Rocky's steps. You know, like
Oh,
the
really?
big steps.
Just to eat cheesesteaks.
Are you going to run up them big uns?
No, fuck no.
Hopefully there's an escalator next to the
Yeah,
steps
my
that I
wife
can
has
use.
done it as a 5-hour trip. Fucking hell. I hope 4 of them is getting up the stairs.
Yeah.
How long
Wow.
do you look at a statue of Rocky for?
Wow, I don't know. It depends. I can wake up 4 times at least. Yelling, Adrian! Which is weird because that's actually my middle name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I always
Wow.
yell my middle name when I come as well.
Yeah, I don't. It's my dad's name as well, though. That makes it weirder.
I just realised it's my dad's name as well.
Ah. Fucking hell.
Oh, that is the weirdest. So
It sure is.
So have you, because you're having a kid soon.
I am, yes. I am
Wow.
having a kid.
Oh,
Condolences.
yeah.
Thank you. It's
So have you picked out names? I know that you haven't.
no, it's going to be one of those things where it's when you see the baby's face, that's when you know what its
Oh,
name
that's
is.
a Dave. That's a Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
fat
do
and
one
bold.
of the gender reveal burnouts? Like,
No, yeah, we we didn't do a fat burnout to do the gender reveal. We did actually do a gender reveal.
Yeah, lovely.
With a cake,
with a cake.
Oh,
which
that's
is
pretty
much
cool.
more low key, I think.
Yeah.
In the northern suburbs where I'm from, we actually just do father reveals. Oh man, I had my money on fucking Greg.
I haven't spent a lot of time up in the northern suburbs.
Oh
though.
mate, you need to come over. It's
No, you
I
don't
stayed
actually. You really don't need to.
I met a girl and ended up in a house in Paralawi?
Paralawi, yeah.
Paralawi?
Home of the famous Paralawi Wowie drain.
Oh, cool. That was a while ago. I thought it was going to be like this real exotic place, like Paralawi. I'm like, that does sound exotic. I'm like, are we going to Hawaii? This is going to be great. And then I left her house and had to get fucking 3 buses home.
What a fucking letdown.
yeah.
And like walking out on the road and just seeing like cars in front yards on bricks and
On
stuff.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. Well, you can't put him in the backyard.
Oh, true.
That's where the caravan is.
Yeah.
But I met that girl. This is a long time ago. This is back when Flashies was at HQ.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
On Wednesdays, and it was a dress like they had dress up themes and so on. And I don't know what the theme was. I wasn't dressed up. I was just there smashing drinks and hanging out. And then I met this girl and she was dressed up as a bumblebee.
And she deflowered you.
Yeah. She ended up getting the keys.
Did you give her some nectar?
Should that be the name of this episode? Nectar or no?
The sexy bumblebee. She ended up getting the keys to her mate's car, and we went and shagged in her mate's car in the car park, and then went back to Powalawi and stayed at her place.
You should have stayed in the car.
Should have bloody stayed in the car.
Yeah, should have.
Yeah, it was a real dusty ride home.
Wow. Well, have you been to Para Hills?
Nah.
There's no hills except if you count the skate park.
Okay.
Like that's the So we've got fancy names like
Yes.
but it's not.
It's a safe bet if you just stay away from all of the paras. Just strike them off the list.
Yeah,
Parafield Gardens. What's wrong with that? Yeah,
isn't there aeroplanes and shit in
At
Parafield?
Parafield? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Yep. So I think that used to be the airport for back in the day.
In the olden days.
Yeah, back in the old days, like not anymore. But and for anyone who's a bit of 5107 respect, Parafield Gardens people, they used to have trees. I don't know how long it took to create, but they had these full-grown trees that up in the air spelt Parafield. So they knew.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty
When
insane.
you flew over.
So as you flew over, these trees were
Ah,
actually
from above.
bunched together as above, so they could tell that
Is
it was the
that a
Parafield
myth
Airport.
or?
No, it's true.
Is this
Like
fake news, Big Al?
Yeah,
Another fucking bison story?
you're just going to go outside and write your name with piss and take a photo and be like, yeah, guys, I fucking told you.
No,
Parafield.
it definitely was. It was a whole bunch of trees called. I'll put it up on the bagcast.
Okay. He won't put it up on the podcast.
I say it all the
He
time, but
always
it never
says it never happens.
What I'll do is I'll put it up, and then people will just go, "What the fuck's that about?" And then
Yeah.
when the podcast is out, then we go, "Oh yeah, right."
Yeah, it makes sense now.
That's what the is on about.
Yeah.
I love finding out like weird sort of little facts like that. Like I only found out the other day the reason like King William Street and why the streets change. over the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
Ah,
side
yes.
was because you can't cross a king.
Exactly.
I was like, fuck, that's really cool. And then I
is.
found out that the reason there's parklands, I don't know if this is true. This might not be true. I've been told it is. The reason there's parklands on the edge of the city, they're
100 yards.
a certain length, so
Yep.
of a rifle shot.
Yep.
So
Really?
you're
And that's to
being
keep the
invaded.
convict Victorians out, by the way.
And that's why I'm
Really?
here. I'm a Victorian.
And they
I got
fucking
in.
made it in anyway.
So what's the deal? So like
It was to defend Adelaide from the fucking convicts of Victoria. Adelaide
Yeah,
being the
right.
free state of Australia.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
And so we thought we'd give him a chance to run in.
Yeah, we get them close enough and go, righto, boys. These fucking Victorians.
I
We
also-
love Victorians. We've got one here we're
fuck
putting
right.
up with at the moment.
I also found out the reason it says Polites on all the buildings. So apparently the Adelaide was colonised by the French, and Polites actually means police in French, and so they were all police stations. That's not true.
That's absolutely bullshit.
Absolutely not true. But I love telling I love telling tourists that when they come into the pub, they're like,
Especially the French ones.
yeah. I'm like, how do you say police? Polities, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
mate. And be polite to the polities because they will put you in the
Yes.
prison cell.
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
didn't rhyme or anything.
Well, is there many of them around anymore? Are they,
Who?
The Pilates building.
Well,
Did
the
you-
original Godfather, he died a while back, and his
Yeah,
son's
did.
in charge now, and he's kind of an older guy now as well. I
Yeah,
think.
right. Because I know there's heaps of Maris buildings and things going on. But
Yeah, but
it's,
Pilates was particular because he used to put his name on absolutely
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
everything he owned.
Do you know why he did that?
There's a podcast about it, actually.
Oh, really?
I'll point you to the Pilates episode of Adderlol for
Right,
an
okay.
in-depth understanding. There you go. Shout out to the Adderlol boys.
well, we can check
Apparently,
it
it
out.
was because the bank wouldn't give him a loan to buy his first business.
Really?
And so he ended up getting money and then bought the business or bought the building and so on. And as a bit of a fuck you, he put his name on the building.
Is that
Very
why all
good.
of them surround banks?
Yeah. Putting my last name on everything, just on my t-shirts, on my car.
Yeah, right.
Illegitimate children. Because then they...
No, I don't want them to have my name.
No, fair enough. Child support and stuff, I guess, yeah.
That's why I
Tattoos.
moved here from Victoria.
Yeah. They got past the parklands.
He's on witness protection. That's the only reason he's here. And that's the only reason he's got an awesome beard as well.
Yeah,
Hide
yeah.
my face.
That is a proper bushranger's beard, really.
It does. Have you done film or TV with that kind of... Like, you should be in a beard commercial.
Well, yeah, funny enough, I should be, but I'm not. So if any casting agents out there? No, I teed up. So from this podcast, everyone's going to find out that I'm just a piss wreck. I teed up an audition with a casting agent during Fringe. And I did my Fringe show and then went out and got pissed and played up and then forgot to go to the audition. And now the lady won't return my emails.
Ah, yes. Yes.
So yeah, I fucked that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do get people like, oh, what do you do with your beard? Like, how did you grow your beard? Like, what do you do?
How did you grow your fucking
what do you
beard?
do to get your beard look so big? And I was walking just down Rundle Street the other day, and you know how they've got the people that sort of stand there, and then they ask you, "Oh, you got a couple minutes? I just want to tell you about the guide dogs and so on."
Chuggers. Charity muggers.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, guys.
One of the girls was standing there, and she's like, "Oi, mate, that's a really good beard. How'd you grow that?" Like. I just said I just feed her beer and cigarettes and just kept walking.
Yeah. Oh, was she interested in growing one herself? Or like, what the fuck were you going to tell her that she could use that information with? Anyway.
I rubbed on it. Stop crying.
That just would have got me arrested.
Hey, before you do get arrested, tell us once more where people can check your comedy out and tell us about the room you're running again.
Sweet. Well, you can find me at Zac Watson Comedy on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram with Zac_Watson13.
There's 12 others.
There must
Yeah,
be.
there's 12 others.
Ah.
There's lots of Watsons getting around. We write our name on everything.
Yeah.
You can find us at Giggles Comedy on Facebook. Our show is every Wednesday night in the Rhino basement at 7:30. That's doors. Show kicks off at 8. We have 5 different comedians every week. It's a really fun show. If everyone can get down and support that, that'd be fantastic. Otherwise, you can see my Fringe show coming next year, 2020. It's going to be called All Growed Up. And it's going to be about being my age and having an existential crisis because I have not settled down and had kids, and my dad said you should settle down and have kids. So that's what my show is going to be
Wait,
about.
how old are you?
I'm 33.
Oh, that's not old.
Yeah, but like my dad had kids at like 25, and like I keep having this conversation with like so many people that like that generation were having kids and everything at such young age.
20, 21.
Yeah. And now they're, a lot of us, like our generation, they call it the selfish generation because we don't want to have kids yet or anything till later on in life. And yeah, my dad's getting pretty old, and he's like, "Oh, you need to have kids. You're the last remaining Watson in our family. Like, you've got to carry on the family name." And like I remember when I was 14, him wearing bloody thongs and footy shorts in the middle of winter, just falling over for no reason. And I was like, "Yeah, Dad, I don't think you should have carried on the family name." But yeah, so
Yeah, but what happens if you have a daughter? He's fucked then, isn't he?
well, I might have a daughter, and she might decide to keep her name when they get married.
Well, your wifey kept it on. To be honest, I don't know.
Did you get to hyphenate your name?
Yeah.
So he just took her name straight.
Well, I think it's weird. I think it's weird that people take on other names. I don't know. It's a bit strange, but
Yeah, I haven't put that much thought into it. Like,
yeah, because it's like it is that kind of weird thing. It's like kind of go, look, I fucking own you, and you're going to take my fucking name, and you can just forget who the fuck you were for the last 20 years.
You don't
Dude,
have a family
it spirals out of fucking control because what does everybody keep their fucking name and then you get a hyphen on a hyphen on a fucking hyphen.
I know,
It
I
goes.
know.
It's untenable.
Yeah, well, I think wifey's last name's got around about 10 letters in it or something. It's quite long, and it's just like, yeah, I'm not fucking hyphening that.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to spell that.
Yeah.
Hey, New York promoters, Big Al is coming to New York, so
wait.
give him a gig. Thanks for listening, guys. Check out OzcastNetwork.com, OzcastNetwork.com on the internet.
Ooh, hey.
We're on Facebook and Twitter. And thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys next time on the Badcast.
I can't wait.
Help us buy more beers and sponsor us. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, or badcast.com.au. The Badcast is part of the Ozcast Podcast Network.
Sherby derby ding dongs.
Ozcast.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to OzcastNetwork.com for details.